Have you ever wondered why people are drawn to you? Not just in a casual, friendly way, but in that magnetic, almost unexplainable way, where eyes linger longer than they should and emotions awaken before logic catches up. Why do some people fall for you instantly, while others seem immune to your charm? And perhaps more importantly, why do you fall in love with certain people so deeply, so irrationally, as if your soul recognizes something it lost long ago? Carl Jung believed that love, true or imagined, is never just about the other person. It's a mirror, a projection, a dance between two unconscious psyches seeking wholeness. In this video, we'll explore 5 hidden psychological reasons why people fall in love with you. Reasons most of us never see, but that shape nearly every romantic experience we have. This isn't about seduction tricks or shallow attraction. It's about understanding the unseen forces that govern our hearts, so that we can love more consciously and be loved more authentically. Now let's begin. 1. Projection. They're not falling in love with you, they're falling in love with what you represent. Carl Jung famously said, "We always see our own unavowed mistakes in our opponent. In others we discover ourselves." Love, especially in its early stages, is often not about reality, it's about projection. When someone falls in love with you, they may not be seeing you, not fully. They're seeing what you awaken in them. An image, a memory, a longing. In Jungian terms, this is called projection, the unconscious act of placing one's inner world onto an outer object. You may remind them of the nurturing parent they never had, or the rebellious version of themselves they suppressed, or a fantasy figure that completes their inner myth of what love should feel like. You become the canvas onto which they paint their hopes, traumas, and desires. The smile they can't forget. It might echo a childhood memory they've buried deep. The way you speak, or the look in your eyes. It could trigger their anima or animus, the internal opposite gender archetype within the unconscious that seeks completion. This is why first love feels like magic, and why heartbreak feels like death. It's never just about the person, it's about the meaning that person carries. Think of someone who fell in love with you. What part of their inner world might you have unknowingly represented? And now reverse it when you were drawn to someone. What parts of yourself were you projecting onto them? 2. Unresolved parental imprints, the mother and father complexes. Our first emotional blueprint is not written in adulthood. It's drafted in the quiet moments of childhood, long before we understand what love even is. Jung believed that our relationships with our parents, especially the opposite sex parent, leave emotional imprints that we carry into every romantic connection. If your mother was nurturing but emotionally distant, you may unconsciously seek someone who gives just enough love to make you chase it. If your father was critical and hard to please, you may fall for those who mirror his coldness, hoping to finally earn the affection you never received. This isn't conscious. It's the psyche trying to resolve the past through the present. We fall in love with people who fit our earliest emotional patterns, even when those patterns were wounding. Not because we want pain, but because we want to rewrite the story, to finally be seen, to finally be enough. This is why we often say things like, "I don't know why I keep attracting the same kind of person. It's like I'm reliving my childhood all over again." The answer lies in Jung's idea of complexes. Emotionally charged clusters of memories and associations, often formed around the mother or father figure. Until we bring these complexes into the light, they will keep shaping who we love and how we suffer. 3. The soul's search for wholeness, the anima and animus. Jung taught that within every man lives the anima, the inner feminine, and within every woman the animus, the inner masculine. These archetypal energies are not just psychological, they're spiritual. They represent the soul's yearning for integration. When someone embodies qualities that match your inner anima or animus, gentleness, strength, intuition, fire, you may feel an overwhelming attraction. It's not about compatibility. It's not even about who they are. It's about what they awaken in you. Love in this sense becomes a symbolic journey. You're not just falling for a person, you're moving closer to your own soul. This is why people say things like, They complete me. I felt like I knew them in another life. Jung would say, you do know them in your inner world. But beware, the anima and animus also cast shadows. If unconscious, they distort reality. You might idolize someone who doesn't deserve it, or hate someone who reflects your disowned qualities. Only through individuation, the process of becoming whole, can we begin to see others, not as saviors or threats, but as mirrors. When we fall in love from a place of wholeness, not lack, love becomes a space of expansion, not escape. 4. The inner child's longing, love as a substitute for early emotional needs. Somewhere within each of us lives a version of ourselves we've long forgotten. A little child, soft, open, curious, who once reached out for love with unguarded hands. Sometimes that love was returned. Sometimes it was withdrawn. Sometimes it was only given when we were quiet, obedient, or impressive enough to earn it. Carl Jung and later psychologists like Gabor Mate spoke to the immense power of early emotional experiences. We don't just remember our childhood, we live it out unconsciously. Every day, especially in our romantic lives. When someone falls in love with you, part of what they may be sensing is the way you reflect their unmet inner child needs. Maybe your presence feels safe to them in a way their home never was. Maybe your voice reminds them of the calm they never got during chaos. Maybe your eyes carry the acceptance they were always denied. These are not coincidences. They are psychic echoes, the inner child seeking the parent they never had, in the partner they now desire. This can feel intoxicating and dangerous, because no human being can fill the hole that only inner healing can seal. So much of modern love is not love at all. It's the child's ache dressed up in adult desire. We say, I need you, when we mean I need to feel whole. We say, don't leave me, when we mean don't abandon me like they did. And often, the more unresolved pain someone carries, the more deeply they attach to the one who unknowingly soothes it. But love born from unmet needs is fragile. It's rooted in fear, not freedom. And yet this is not a tragedy, because awareness is the first step toward liberation. When we recognize these dynamics, we stop asking others to complete us. We begin the work of parenting ourselves, of offering that inner child the love they were always worthy of, but never received. 5. Energetic resonance, the subconscious language of the soul. Beyond projections, beyond patterns, beyond even childhood, there is something more subtle at play. Carl Jung believed in the power of the collective unconscious, the idea that we are all connected beneath the surface of our individuality. Sometimes two souls meet, and there is an inexplicable resonance, not because of shared interests, not because of looks or status, but because their energies recognize each other. This is the final hidden reason people fall in love with you. Your presence, your wounds, your growth, all emit a frequency. You are not just a body. You are a story vibrating in time. People don't just hear your words, they feel your field. The way you've metabolized your pain, the way you hold space for silence, the way you carry dignity despite your scars. This can draw people to you in ways they don't understand. Have you ever had someone say, I don't know what it is about you, but I feel safe with you, or I feel like I can finally breathe when I'm around you? That's not manipulation. That's resonance. Your energy teaches people how to feel. It whispers to their nervous systems, you're home now. But here's the paradox. The more you heal, the fewer people resonate with your old self, and the more sacred your connections become, because now the ones who love you see you, not the mask, not the projection, you. So now you know. People don't fall in love with you randomly. They fall in love because of 1. What you unconsciously represent, projection. 2. The emotional blueprint you echo, parental imprint. 3. The inner archetype you embody, anima, animus. 4. The wound you soothe, inner child. 5. The energy you radiate, resonance. But knowledge alone doesn't free us. Awareness must lead to integration. Here's how you begin. Step 1. Observe your emotional triggers. When someone's attention feels overwhelming or their withdrawal cuts too deep, pause. Ask yourself, is this reaction really about them? Or is it about something older? Use your pain as a guidepost. Where there's smoke, there's memory. Write it down. Speak it aloud. Let it breathe. Step 2, reclaim your projections. Start noticing when you're idealizing someone too quickly or resenting them without reason. Ask, what part of me am I projecting onto them? What quality in them am I disowning in myself? What you reject in others, you often fear in yourself. What you adore in others, maybe your own unlived potential. Step 3, practice inner reparenting. Your romantic life will never outgrow your emotional childhood until you tend to it. Take time to comfort your inner child. Speak to them gently. Offer the validation, safety, and tenderness they once begged for externally. Say, I see you. I love you. You never had to earn this. The more whole you become within, the less you seek completion without. Step 4, ground your energy through boundaries. Not everyone deserves access to your emotional frequency. Just because someone resonates with you doesn't mean they're meant to stay. You get to choose who walks with you. You get to protect your peace. That is not selfish. That is sacred. Step 5, love from wholeness, not hunger. The deepest love is not found. It is grown inside you. It's what happens when you stop performing, when you stop fixing, when you stop seeking the parent in your partner, and start becoming the guardian of your own soul. Only then can love become what it was always meant to be. Not rescue, but recognition. Reflecting on reclaiming the author of your love story. You are not the product of other people's desires. You are not doomed to repeat the same patterns. You were not born to endlessly perform for affection. You are the author now. Jung said, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. This video is your invitation to make the unconscious conscious. To see clearly, to love wisely, to choose freely. And when you do, you won't just change how others love you. You'll change how you love yourself. Because the truth is, people don't fall in love with the image you project. They fall in love with the integrity you radiate, the depth you've earned, the self you've reclaimed. And when that happens, when love becomes conscious, it becomes sacred, not just a feeling, but a force.